So we have our Triumph Stag, we have our MG, and we have a new project. We're going to have a little look around it now. Okay, so I bought this on eBay. I haven't seen it, I hadn't been and visited it or anything because of lockdown and travel restrictions and all of that. So this is my first look at it. Now, before anyone complains about a TR7, I know MG enthusiasts won't like it because it's a Triumph, and I know Triumph enthusiasts don't like it because it's a TR7. But I love the TR7, alright, and I love it because my parents had one when I was young, so I've got great memories of it. They were, the engine was blown, but they actually gave it to me, and I got a garage to fix the engine and then proceeded to blow it again 2 more times. So that was a hard top, and this is a soft top. When I got the MG, I was actually looking for a TR7. This time, given my skill level, I was looking for an MG because I wanted to have another go with some experience of doing one, and I found this. So it is in pretty poor shape. So we've got, I think this looks like it's going to be a all fiberglass spoiler which came off the car as we were lowering it off the ramp. We can see that this is pretty much all rust. Along here we go along, we do have the door over there, okay, but we come along and we can see in here. I need to get some light on here, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, we've got some light so we can see it. It's been sat outside, and that floor is certainly looking not great. The ignition has been just cut off here. See if the bonnet comes up. So there we go, bonnet's up. So well, what can I say? We've got a lot of rust in here. The frame is pretty much rusted through. Not sure what's going on the other side. Yeah, we haven't got underneath yet, but so along here it looks like someone started work because that is an unpainted panel, and stopped. We've got a few pinholes in here, so we'll have to see what it's all like around there. I can't tell if that's metal or what. So obviously we've got the cover there. Boot is got no lock on it. It doesn't look like it's got hinges either. And that's currently tied down, so we can't open that. Along the other side, that's still possibly even worse than the door. Yeah, so that's looking a bit rough. That door's looking worse than the other side. I can see hole all the way through there. So yeah, got myself a doozy of a project here. So I think what I'd like to do first is put the door back on, and with the door on I can just make sure it's lined up properly and that I haven't got any bend or anything in here. Okay, and then having done that, I need to come up with some sort of plan of action for how to tackle this car. I'm planning this time to take the engine out, and so I'll be developing a whole new set of skills, hopefully. Many years ago I did take not an MG, a mini engine out, and took it apart and then put it back together. So I have some experience of it. It was a 800cc engine. I lifted it out just by lifting, so we won't be doing that this time. So I'll have to get an engine hoist and stand. And I think the gearbox has to come out with the engine, so we'll be doing a lot of stuff around that. Yeah, but the first thing I want to do is I want to get the door on there and see what it looks like, make sure it all lines up, and then I'll go from there. Okay, cut the tape into the boot here. You can see we've got some pretty big rust along the side there. I was hoping in the boot I would find things like the lights and stuff, but it doesn't appear to be here. So for example here, where there was a light, it doesn't appear to have any of that. We have got some material of some kind. I don't know what it is, if it's for something or not. We've got some seat belts. And do we have a tyre under here? We do have another tyre in there. We've got no hinges, no lock, anything like that on here. So quite a bit of work to do around there. In the glove box I found a road map from 1989, which could be interesting. I have put this door back on. I haven't bolted it on. I've just put it on with slipped it on. You can see all the rust that fell off as I was trying to do that. So we're going to be doing a fix around there. But the gaps aren't too bad, and with bolting them on I think it would be okay. So I think that's probably okay. So it's a bit narrow here, and by the look of it a bit wider down at the bottom, and the other side is the opposite. So presumably if it would move forward a bit anyway. So back in the engine bay, well, yeah, a lot of rust in here. The bonnet looks okay, doesn't look too bad, touch wood, shouldn't say things like that too soon. So this spoiler came off, as I said before, and is just fiberglass. I expect this, well, we'll take this bumper off at some point. As we can see, we've got a huge crack there. This is the rear bumper down here. We have we've got a nice tonneau cover there, and it's come off. Prop shaft isn't on, or the exhaust, so we'll have to deal with that. I did have a very quick look underneath, and so, you know, it looks like someone did start doing some work here, because you can see up there, you know, that looks like it's been cared for. You can see here. So there has been some work done. That looks like new brake pipe as well. So there are bits, but then again there's also, look, there's no shock absorber in there, and I'm sure it must be meant to have one, but a new bump stop at the top. Can't have been just springs at the back, surely. Ah, hang on, let's look at the other side. So yeah, so on the other side, oh there it is there. Oh, I'm just blind. I'm expecting it to be inside the spring, but it's like that. Okay. Yeah, so how are we going to go about this? Then you can see there, look, we've got brand new bolts on this anti-roll bar by the look of it. So someone's done some bits and not others, and all that kind of stuff. So I think we're going to have to work out how to start going about it. So if we look inside, I don't want to take that out, but these floors are really poor, certainly at the back. So what we're going to do, because the engine's going to be coming out, definitely, we're going to get the bonnet off and find somewhere to store the bonnet. Similarly, we're going to find somewhere to store this stuff, and because it's so bad inside, we're going to get the seats out and try to empty it inside so that we can see what everything looks like. But you know what? This was an introduction to it. You've got some idea about what it looks like. So it's a 2-litre car, obviously, 5-speed gearbox. Yeah. I hope you enjoy watching me learn a bit more about how to do cars on this fine example of British rustmanship. Actually, before I finish this episode, I do appear to have 2 decent tonneau covers. Quite why I need 2, I don't know. And the roof, the soft top, although disgustingly dirty, doesn't look like it's in bad condition. So rather than putting that away somewhere like that, I might clean that up first.